Good morning. Welcome to One Yard Wednesday. I'm Colleen from GE Designs, and One Yard Wednesday is the show where we show you fun and creative ideas for fabulous fabrics at fantastic prices. Today we have some 1 yards and a stash builder bundle from Lewis and Irene. Just before we get started, I want to remind you that the sale prices won't be live until the show is over. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself for a few minutes while you see what we have to show you. Are you ready for the question of the day? The question today is, who are Lewis and Irene? We talk about the Lewis and Irene fabric company quite a lot, and it made me curious who these folks are. We'll tell you at the end of the show, so stay tuned. Let us know who you think they are. Maybe you know who they are. Go ahead and comment. We would love to see what you have to say. So thank you for that. Let's go ahead and look at the quilts behind me. I have two favorites. The quilt on my left is strip Cocoon in the Blissful fabric. We had the Blissful fabric on One Yard Wednesday a couple of weeks ago. Just a reminder that there's still some Blissful fabric and some other previous One Yard Wednesday fabrics out there. So go and have a look. But I brought this in because I fell in love with strip Cocoon this week. I think this is a really fun block and a really playful and easy block and a great way to use your strips. So I'll show you some more strip Cocoon in just a minute. The second quilt on the set is over my right shoulder. This is from Fast and Furious. It is called Pitter Patter. It's a fun little Quilt As You Go baby quilt that I made using the Lewis and Irene fabrics that we have on One Yard Wednesday this week. I think this turned out really cute and I can't wait to gift it. Let's look at today's fabrics. The first fabric is this beautiful flowers on black. Isn't that bright and bold? I love the periwinkle blue, the orange and yellow and pink. Just so fresh and pretty. I really love this. This is a 1 yard length. The next fabric is Ladybirds Cream. So these are these cute little ladybugs on this cream background, and you will recognize this as being the background that I used for the Pitter Patter quilt. I'm trying to encourage myself to not use white all the time, and I love how this picked up all of the prints. The next fabric is Vines Light Aqua. Isn't this pretty? This would be a beautiful blender just to have in your collection if you love these aqua colors. It will go with all sorts of prints. Very, very pretty. The next fabric is Vines Cornflower Blue. This is such a pretty purplish blue. I really love this, and you can see how it picks up the blues in the floral on black. Love it. The next fabric is Vines on Pink. So again, the tone on tone with the two shades of pink that are really a bright and fresh and happy color. The final 1 yard is Flowers on Aqua. So we've bookended these fun blenders with florals in two different scales and two different color backgrounds, both of them equally pretty. Finally, in the fabric that we have for 1 Yard Wednesday this week is this great stash builder bundle. Look how fun and pretty this is. This is the Lewis and Irene Spring Flowers Stash Builder Bundle. It's 12 half yards. So think of all that you could do with this and how pretty. We have a couple of fabrics in 1 yards that are not in this collection. For example, the Ladybirds on Cream are not here. The blenders are all here in the black, and so it's just the Ladybirds on Cream that you might want to add to this collection if you grab the Stash Builder Bundle. Last week we started a new segment on 1 Yard Wednesday called I've Got a Notion, and I have a notion to share with you today. Here it is. Today's notion is the Blade Saver Thread Cutter. I love all kinds of things about this. First of all, I love that it gives new life to this 45 millimeter blade, which I took out of my rotary cutter because it has a nick in it. So it isn't good for cutting fabric anymore, but it's going to have some life in cutting my chain piecing apart. It's Another thing I love about it is it comes with its own carrying case and screwdrivers for assembling this. I would take the screw out and this would come apart and the blade would fit in here. When I want it to go someplace, I'll just drop this in here and it closes up with a magnet and it's ready to go. I also love that it has non-slip feet, so it's going to stay put when I need to do my cutting my threads. So open that again, put the base together. There's that magnet. Put this in here. I'll push down at the top. I don't think there's a way for me to get my fingers in there, but if there was a way, I would probably find it. So I just hold it here and here, and I don't have any trouble at all. When I'm not using the screwdriver, I drop that in there too, and then I always know where it is. So let me show you how easy this is to use. When I'm doing little pieces like this, I always do this chain piecing. And then to cut them apart, I'll just slide this between the petals and cut off these threads. Let me show you this way too. It's just that easy. I won't cut my fabrics, I won't cut my fingers, but I will cut those threads in between those pieces. The Blade Saver thread cutter, this one uses the 45mm rotary blade. We're featuring 2 quilt patterns this week. The first one that I want to show you in some detail is the Pitter Patter quilt. It's a Quilt As You Go project and I love making it. Here it is. The Pitter Patter baby quilt is from Fast and Furious Season 2. You can find it at gequiltdesigns.com, and it's a PDF pattern as well as a video that goes through all the details of doing the Quilt As You Go method. One thing I really love about Quilt As You Go is I know I can start a project and finish it in a few hours and it's finished and ready to gift. I don't have to worry about long arming it or taking it somewhere to long arm. If I only have a half a day, I'm going to go to something Quilt As You Go. I'm showing you the back of the quilt because this is what the Quilt As You Go stitching will look like. I used a very pale gray for piecing and for quilting, and you can see that the gray really disappears inside of the fabric here on this is the Vines Light Aqua. The front is really fun. You could use any or all of these fabrics. I challenged myself to not use a white background and used the ladybugs, and I think they're really cute. Finally, I want to show you the back because I did add a label to my quilts. I haven't been terribly good about this, but we are doing some quilting for the Community Action Program and of Carver, Scott, and Dakota counties, and everything that goes to them. I would really love to have a GE design label, so I think that's where this one is going to go. The other fun piecing we did this week was using the strip cocoon pattern, which, like I said, is right behind me. Let me show you how cute these blocks are. First up is strip cocoon in the Puffin Bay. Isn't this fun? Now I know you're looking at a lot of background here, but how cute are these blocks? So this is made using 2.5-inch strips, really easy to make, and the pattern is a single pattern and has instructions for 4 different sizes. So how fun is this? During our Sewing for a Cause Day, we also used this yummy flannel with strip cocoon. Look how pretty that is. So I just, of course, love making different blocks, the same block with different fabrics, just to see how it will turn out. And this is also really pretty. This flannel is so rich, it almost looks like a suede. And that someone is going to be very happy with this warm little quilt. Here's the strip cocoon pattern. Look at how fun that block is. This pattern will make a quilt in 4 sizes, and it's made with 2.5-inch strips. Look at this one with all these bright colors. I don't think you could go wrong on any fabrics made out of strip cocoon. We've been looking at your comments related to who Louis and Irene are, and I have a really fun picture to show you. Louis and Irene were much-loved parents and grandparents, and their family paid tribute to them by naming their company in their memory. I think this is a charming picture of these two. I would really actually love to have that dress. I think it's really cute. Louis and Irene is a family-owned British textile design house founded in late 2013. So as you can guess, Louis and Irene weren't there to see it, but their memory and energy and happiness carries on in that family, which is providing us with some excellent fabrics. Speaking of Louis and Irene, let's look at the fabrics that we have for you today. First up is this beautiful Stash Builder bundle. This is so pretty. This is 12 half yards or 6 full yards, and the only fabric not in the Stash Builder bundle is the Ladybirds on Cream. So if you wanted to add that for a little bit more interest, that would be a nice addition. The fabrics in 1 yards are also really pretty. This is Flowers Aqua. The pretty fresh flowers with the ladybugs on this aqua background. And then Vines on Pink. Really warm and bright pink. Vines on Cornflower Blue. So pretty. Vines on Light Aqua. Ladybirds on Cream. And then what I think is the star of this show, the Flowers on Black. I love these. And I know that it's directional, but you might have noticed in my quilt, I just moved the blocks around and made it not directional by intentionally disorienting the blocks. Here are the products and patterns we use today. First up, the Fast and Furious Club pattern called Pitter Patter Baby Quilt. It is a Quilt As You Go pattern. Your finished size will be 33 inches by 40 inches, and it's available at gequiltdesigns.com in a PDF format, along with a video showing you how to do this. So maybe not for you, but maybe for a beginner. Really great opportunity here. For the Quilt As You Go projects, I always use our own Quilt As You Go batting. The Quilt As You Go batting is just right in weight, and it's fusible on one side. So I always fuse my backing to the batting and then just do my Quilt As You Go. The other pattern we looked at today is Strip Cocoon, and I am in love with this block and having a lot of fun making it. I know I will be making more of these. We also have a new notion today, the Blade Saver Thread Cutter. This is great on your sewing table. It's great to put in your travel case, and it will cut all your chain pieces apart just right. Thank you for watching with us. We sure love it. Thank you for the comments and words of encouragement. Grab yourself your GE patterns, your Stripology ruler, and make yourself something wonderful. I'm Colleen, and this is Mr. GP producing, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.